Welcome to another video. So, Deepseek has launched a new model called Deepseek Prover V2. This has just been added about an hour ago, and in typical Deepseek fashion, there are no details about this model. But let me tell you what this model is, and whether it's a model you can use, or if it's something good for research, but not for you. This is called Deepseek Prover V2. There was also a Deepseek Prover and a Prover 1.5 model as well. This Prover V2 model is basically a fine-tuned version, or is based on the same Deepseek V3 model. These Prover models are made for mathematical proof verification, and they answer with mathematical proofs. For a very basic example, let's say we ask it, if a regular hexagon has a short diagonal of 64, then what is its long diagonal? In this case, what you'll see is that some models just remember the answer as something like 73. But how did it reach that? They cannot explain, or even if they try, the proof may be completely hallucinated. So, Deepseek started training models on these types of data. In their original prover paper, they said that although large language models show promise in mathematical reasoning, their advancement in formal theorem proving is hindered by a lack of training data. To address this issue, they introduced an approach to generate extensive Lean-4 proof data derived from high school and undergraduate level mathematical competition problems. This approach involves translating natural language problems into formal statements, filtering out low-quality statements, and generating proofs to create synthetic data. Basically, they create some synthetic data for proof verification in order to make Deepseek better at producing proofs in its claims and things like that, which is kind of insane. It seems that this Prover V2 model is a new version of the Prover model, but based on the Deepseek V3 model, as that's really good and everything. I can't say if it is the R1 model or the V3 model because there is not much detail about it, but you can say that this model is really good at math because it's mainly fine-tuned for it, and it will give you much more reliable answers to math questions and things like that, which is great for sure. I'd like to see Deepseek's announcement on it and see what this model is most capable of. It's probably going to be extremely good at math, which is what I'm bad at, and I can't test it for that, but you can go ahead and try it for sure. It is available on Hugging Face, and it's a 671 billion parameter model. I obviously can't run it, and we'll see if this gets available on Deepseek's API, or if it becomes available on some other provider APIs, like Hyperbolic or Novita, and things like that. It is trained on synthetic data, and I can't say if it's the same data as the older prover research, but I think they would have made some new synthetic data. The training for the Prover model uses Monte Carlo tree search and similar techniques for the Prover model training, which is pretty good. I believe that a research paper will also follow, so we can have a look at it to understand what's happening and what new things it brings to the table. I was waiting for the Deepseek V3, 5 or V4, but it's not out yet, and it's great to see some new research nonetheless. I mean, if it's really great at math, then I'd be down to use it for some really good stuff. We'll see when the new R2 or V4 model comes out, because I'm eagerly waiting for that. Meta was apparently going to launch their reasoning models, but they didn't because of the backlash from the Llama 4 release. So, I think we can only look forward to R2 and V4 to bring something new to the table that actually shakes the competition rather than anything else. I really like their Janus experiment as well as the VL experiment because they were really cool. Janus could do any-to-any, which means it could even make images similar to GPT-4o. And if we get such features in the upcoming models, then that would be a big game changer for sure. To be honest, I really find it funny that DeepSeek just uploads a model on Hugging Face and doesn't even care to launch flashy articles and stuff with it, because it just shows that they care about the work and not things like benchmarks and hype. I really found this model interesting and thought that you guys might be wondering what this model is about, so I thought to tell you about it. I really like this model for sure. It is actually amazing for sure. It's just really awesome for sure. This is the reason that I like DeepSeek, because you see that models like Qwen start comparing their 1 billion model to Gemini, but you actually don't need to do that. Just show us what your model is about and let people try it out. DeepSeek, even in their original launch, said in one line that it is on par with o1, but didn't do anything else, which is what made it so good. Anyway, so, giving you a recap, the Prover model is basically a mathematics-focused model that is made for mathematical proof verification, and it answers with mathematical proofs rather than simple answers or gibberish. You would have actually seen this in the Deepseek V3. One models as well, where they were very verbose in mathematical questions, but they were very precise because they used to answer in step-by-step mechanics rather than a bunch of gibberish. So, there's that. Let's see if this model gets available on some platforms to try out, or maybe DeepSeek makes it available on their platform or something like that. Their models are pretty much still the best, especially after the Deepseek V3 update, which made it extremely capable at coding even without doing reasoning. So, the Prover model might be great for generating math synthetic data as well, but we'll see about that. I really found it interesting, and I was searching about it myself, so I thought to share my thoughts and what this model is about, because many people are thinking about what this model really is. So, I hope that it clears some things up for you. Share your thoughts in the comments about what you think of this model, and if you know more about it, please also share that, and feel free to correct me if I explained something wrong. I really found it interesting, and I'm now waiting for the Deepseek R2 and other models to see what they have been cooking, and if we'll see this model soon or not. So, we'll see about that. Please subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts as well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.